I didn't raise my voice when he said it. "You're outdated. We're done here," the CEO hissed, leaning back in his chair like a man who believed gravity itself worked for him. I nodded, understood. I stood, buttoned my coat, and walked out with my dignity intact. That was the moment the retirement trust activated its voting rights. He didn't hear the click. Men like him never do. By Monday morning, the board convened an emergency meeting. The first question on the agenda wasn't about quarterly losses or press leaks. It was simple. But betrayal has a longer memory than spreadsheets. It started at my stepdaughter's wedding. White lights, soft music, polite smiles stretched too thin. I stood near the back, hands folded, wearing a suit I bought with money I never spent on myself. I had paid for the venue, the flowers, the band, quietly, anonymously, like always. She didn't look at me when she said it. "He's nobody." Good thing I still remember his name. Laughter followed, light, careless. Then she turned, radiant, to introduce her real father, who had arrived 5 minutes ago after missing 15 years. Then the groom's father saw me. He went pale. "Oh my God," he whispered. "He's—" She froze. The music kept playing, unaware it was scoring an execution. That was when my phone vibrated in my pocket. I raised her from 8 years old, helped with homework, sat through fevers, paid for braces, paid for college. I didn't insist on titles. I didn't compete with ghosts. I believed love was a long game. I believed wrong. The truth didn't arrive all at once. It never does. It seeps. A bank alert that didn't match my habits. A lawyer who hesitated before answering simple questions. A board member who stopped returning my calls. Then a document surfaced, unsigned but unmistakable. My own framework, my own models, my own intellectual property, rebranded, monetized, handed to the man who called me outdated. They didn't steal my work, they erased my name. Pain is loud at first, then it gets very quiet. That's when it becomes useful. I stopped confronting. I started collecting. I pulled archived emails, time-stamped drafts, voice memos I forgot I'd kept. I reconstructed conversations from calendar gaps. I hired a forensic accountant who didn't ask moral questions. I set up a retirement trust under a neutral entity, fed it shares, slowly, invisibly, the way oceans rise. No threats, no ultimatums, just patience. They thought I was licking my wounds. They didn't realize I was sharpening them. The execution was surgical. First, the trust, voting rights, silent majority. Second, the audit request, routine on paper, devastating in reality. The shell companies unraveled like cheap stitching. Third, the meeting. He smiled when I walked in, the same smile from the wedding, polite, dismissive, certain I was background noise. Then the chair cleared his throat. "We have to address a conflict of authority." The CEO laughed, actually laughed until the numbers appeared. 76%. His smile collapsed into something naked, fear stripped of charm. "You can't," he started. "I already did," I said softly. The room shifted. Power always announces itself by moving air. By the time security escorted him out, his phone was buzzing nonstop. The fallout was efficient. Press releases, resignations, apologies that arrived too late to matter. My stepdaughter called, left a voicemail, cried, asked how things got so misunderstood. I didn't call back. I attended the final board meeting via video. No speeches, no gloating. I appointed an interim CEO, signed the papers, logged off. Justice doesn't need witnesses, it needs precision. Weeks later, I ran into the groom's father again. He couldn't meet my eyes. "I didn't know," he said. "I know," I replied. "That's the difference. I don't hate them. Hatred is messy, it leaves fingerprints. What I feel is colder, cleaner. I learned that loyalty is often confused with weakness. silence mistaken for absence, kindness interpreted as consent. They forgot one thing: I was always watching. I didn't need revenge to feel whole. I needed truth to be visible, and now it is. They lost reputations. I gained clarity. They thought I was nobody. Good thing they finally remembered my name.